So hey, I just got this about a month ago. It's an Aria Excellion. It's a real pretty guitar. It's got the Floyd Rose on it. It's got the two zebra humbuckers, 24 frets. So it's a real little rock machine, nice and light. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace a few weeks to a month ago, and I honestly bought it to paint. The pictures were kind of dark, and I thought it was a black guitar. And then I saw how pretty it was. So then I decided, let me do some research on it. I could only find one of these for sale. Couldn't find any information on it at all. And I think the one that was for sale, it was only like $100 on Reverb. I couldn't find anything. So I decided to look up my friend Chris from Pinetop Jackson. He's got a YouTube channel. If you're a guitar nerd like him and you don't follow him or subscribe, check him out. He's into doing research on guitars, just everything guitar. Total guitar nerd. But he's really in depth into looking into these things. So I asked him if he could help me try to find some info on this, because he's always somehow, I don't know how, but he finds old catalogs and stuff. So I asked him to look into this for me. So I have a clip here he sent me of the research that he did, and I haven't watched it yet as of right now, and I'll see what he came up with. I'm as curious as maybe some of you are. So let's see what Chris found out about this guitar, and let's see if he found anything about this guitar.
Hey, hello Tom, and I'd like to say hello to all the viewers of Refuse Reuse. My name's Chris. I have a channel on YouTube called Pinetop Jackson. On Pinetop Jackson, we do what I like to call guitarcheology videos. A guitarcheology is a deep dive study into the history and origins of a guitar. We look at every little distinguishable detail and compare with catalogs, print ads, and historical photos to come up with the most accurate narrative that we can of that guitar's place in popular culture. Tom picked up a used guitar recently, an Aria with a model name he hadn't heard of before. It's called an Excellion. He sent over some photos for us to check out. Let's take a look at them together. That model name Excellion seems so familiar, but you know, I don't think I've seen one before either. I've seen the XL series, I've seen XL written out on the headstocks, but Excellion sounds so familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen one before. I think it's just my head playing tricks on me. Upon seeing these photos, my first instinct was early 90s Korea, because of the overall look, but mainly because of the shape of the headstock. But then you gotta look at that Aria logo. In 1964, Aria contracted with Matsumoku to build their guitars. Acoustics at first, and electrics by 1966. In 1975, they rebranded as Aria Pro 2. Production started shifting to Samick in Korea in early 1986, still using the Aria Pro 2 logo. In the early 2000s, Aria rebranded itself again and started using this block-style Aria logo. They also started having guitars built in China. Now some are still built by Samick in Korea, and their custom shop stuff is built by Tees in Japan. But most of their entry-level stuff, the stuff you're going to come across when you find a modern Aria guitar, is made in China. Now some models are marked made in China, made in Korea, made in Japan, but some are not. There are no serial numbers or markings that Tom could find on this guitar, but the block-style Aria logo lets us know that it was made at least 2002 or later. As for its country of manufacture, this guitar is not a modern custom shop guitar, so it's not going to be made in Japan, and it's not made in Korea either. There's a couple clues that let us know that. One is these tuners. Samick usually use tuners branded Aria or Aria Pro 2. These tuners are unbranded. They look to be original to the guitar, and if they are, it could be a clue that it was not made in Korea. Another thing to notice is the lack of serial number. Korean-made Arias always have a serial number starting with S for Samick. The serial number is coded with the S prefix and then YYMMXXXX. So if it was Korean, we could easily tell how old it was. As it is, all we can say for sure is that it was built in China sometime after 2002. I was hoping to find the Excellion in an Aria catalog, but as of press time, none have surfaced. Here's a page from a 2007 catalog. The Excellion looks like a double humbucker XL body, maybe a bit more subtle on the cutaways. The headstock looks the same. I feel like that sparkly metallic finish could be a clue. I'd love to find out when this finish became an option on Aria guitars. Here's a pic of the licensed Floyd. No neck plate, just the 4 bolts with washers. The tremolo cavity. The control cavity. Tom took the neck off, hoping to find some distinguishing markings, but there was nothing. So here's where we have to end the Guitarchaeology video. We have an Aria Excellion that was most likely made in China sometime in the 2000s to 2010s. I know that's not as tidy and satisfying as we'd like, but sometimes when the video ends, the Guitarchaeology continues, because now we send the video out into the world. And what we hope is that it will reach someone who has an Excellion, or someone who has an Aria catalog that features the Excellion in it, or anyone who can help us narrow down the date of when this guitar was made. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll end with Tom jamming a little on his Aria Excellion. See you next time.